Have you ever seen someone in their 60s effortlessly climb a flight of stairs, smiling, energized, full of life, while someone 10 years younger huffs and clutches the railing like they just finished a marathon? What if I told you that the difference between those two people isn't genetics, luck, or even diet? It's how their heart has been trained over the years. Today, I'm going to tell you about one specific form of exercise that not only strengthens your heart, but may literally extend your life. And while it might sound intense, it's something almost anyone can do once a week. Let's break it all down. The hidden power of your heart. Meet Robert, a 57-year-old father of two. He thought walking his dog every morning and doing a few curls at the gym were enough to stay active. But at a recent checkup, his doctor mentioned something alarming. Despite his routine, his VO2 max, a key indicator of cardiorespiratory fitness, was well below average for his age. Why does that matter? Because your VO2 max, or maximal oxygen consumption, is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. It tells us how efficiently your body can take in oxygen and deliver it to your muscles during exercise. In other words, how powerful your internal engine is. The sad truth? Most adults lose about 10% of their VO2 max per decade after age 30 if they're not training properly. But here's the good news. You can reverse that loss. And even better, you can do it with just one special kind of exercise. We've all been told that cardiovascular exercise is great for the heart. And that's true. Whether it's walking, swimming, or biking, it improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and supports heart health. Low to moderate intensity cardio, what most people do, only pushes your heart to about 50–60% of its full capacity. That's like driving your car around the block and calling it a road trip. Why cardio alone isn't enough? But here's the catch. According to a 2023 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Sports Medicine and Physical Fitness, steady-state cardio improved VO2 max by an average of 7 to 9%. Not bad. But when compared to high-intensity interval training, HIIT, the gains nearly doubled. HIIT participants saw an average VO2 max improvement of 15 to 20% in as little as 8 weeks. Why such a difference? Let's dive into the science. What happens during HIIT? HIIT works because it challenges the body to perform near its maximum effort for short bursts, followed by brief periods of rest or low activity. Imagine you're sprinting uphill for 2 minutes, followed by a 2-minute walk, then repeating that cycle 4 or 5 times. What's happening under the hood? 1. Lungs, you're pulling in more oxygen with each breath. 2. Heart. Your left ventricle is contracting forcefully to pump that oxygen-rich blood throughout your body. 3. Capillaries. Tiny vessels expand, allowing more oxygen delivery to your muscles. 4. Muscle mitochondria. These little energy factories grow in number and efficiency, letting your muscles use more oxygen to create ATP, the fuel of movement. In 2024, the American Heart Association emphasized in its updated guidelines that improving stroke volume, the amount of blood your heart pumps per beat, is a key marker of long-term cardiovascular health. And HIIT has been shown to significantly enhance stroke volume by strengthening the myocardium, the heart muscle. In short, the heart gets stronger, more efficient, and can do more with less effort. Real-life benefits beyond the gym. Let's get real. Why does this matter in everyday life? Take Maria, a 62-year-old grandmother. She started doing HIIT once a week. Nothing extreme, just hill sprints at a local park. 3 months later, she noticed she could lift her grandkids with ease, run upstairs without losing breath, and her blood pressure dropped by 10 points. According to a 2022 Cleveland Clinic study, just 15–20 minutes of HIIT per week was associated with improved insulin sensitivity, lower triglycerides, and reduced belly fat in adults over 55. But that's not even the most powerful benefit. Height and longevity, the VO2 max connection. In 2024, the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology published a groundbreaking cohort study involving over 120,000 adults, tracking their VO2 max over 10 years. The results? Those in the lowest VO2 max category had a 4 times higher mortality rate. Moving just one category up, from low to below average, reduced mortality risk by over 50%. Those in the top VO2 max group had the lowest all-cause mortality, even when adjusted for age, weight, and blood pressure. In simple terms, the fitter your cardiovascular system, the longer and better your life tends to be. How to start HIIT safely, without burning out. Now, before you throw on your running shoes and go full beast mode, wait. Jumping straight from the couch into a max-effort workout is a recipe for injury. Instead, follow this basic roadmap. Step 1. Build your aerobic base. Spend 4-6 weeks doing steady-state cardio, for example walking, cycling, swimming, 3 times a week at 60-70% intensity. Step 2. Start light with HIIT. Here's a beginner-friendly format. Warm-up, 5-7 minutes of light cardio. HIIT sets, 2-minute high effort, running, biking, rowing. Followed by 2-minute rest. Repeat for 4 rounds. Cool down, 5-minute walk plus stretching. Once your fitness builds, you can add a 5th or 6th interval or increase intensity. Frequency? Once per week is enough for most people, twice a week for advanced fitness levels. How to know you're pushing hard enough. A quick guide: use the talk test and heart rate. During your 2-minute interval, if you can talk in full sentences, you're not working hard enough. Your heart rate should reach 85 to 95% of your maximum, 220 minus your age. For a 60-year-old, that's about 136 to 152 beats per minute. You should feel challenged, but not about to faint. Adaptations you'll notice. Stick with it, and within 8 to 12 weeks you may experience lower resting heart rate, increased stamina and energy, improved blood pressure, sharper mental focus thanks to increased oxygen delivery to the brain, better sleep. Plus, your everyday activities, carrying groceries, chasing after kids, climbing stairs, suddenly feel easier. Final thoughts: why it's worth the sweat. So, why should you do HIIT, even if it's uncomfortable? Because the results are life-changing. Because pushing your heart today means you're more likely to be present tomorrow. For your kids, your grandkids, your adventures. Because every drop of sweat is a down payment on a longer, stronger, more vibrant life. Whether you're 30, 50, or 70, it's never too late to start improving your heart, your lungs, and your future. Start slow, start safe, but whatever you do, start. If this video gave you new insight into your heart health, consider hitting the like button. It helps more people find this life-saving information. Comment below with your age and VO2 max if you've tested it, or let us know your favorite way to get your heart pumping. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos on fitness, science, and living stronger, longer.